I didn't find out that that happened to me until the third day. I didn't know why I couldn't sit down.
Welcome to WatchMojoUK, and today we're looking at stories of botched jobs and surgeries gone wrong for members of the great British public.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
I would not dare to do any treatment on a patient without speaking to them first, obtaining their consent, let alone just taking somebody's teeth out.
Exploding bum.
Sideways, it's just very pointy. I don't know, it's...
But it is voluptuous and bigger, which is what you wanted, wasn't it?
There are a few ways to surgically enhance one's rear end, but this woman went for implants, only to end up not being happy with the results. Star got a small Brazilian butt lift, but implants in addition, and the implants were the things that caused her the issue. They were so large, she said it was going to take 2 years for them to completely settle. In the meantime, it was painful for her to even sit down.
When you say they're painful, how painful are we talking?
Well, when I'm lying down, when I'm driving, I really did not realise what it was going to be like.
She admitted to not doing as much research as she should have done, and to being naive about what the end result would be. She said she lived in fear that her implants would rupture and leave her needing more surgery to fix the damage.
Well, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I'm having therapy because I've got post-traumatic stress, through the surgery.
Liquid BBL.
Earlier this week, 2 people were arrested after the death of a British woman who recently underwent a non-surgical Brazilian butt lift.
A liquid BBL is another version of the infamous surgery that's supposedly safer, though in practice it's actually not much safer than a regular or surgical BBL at all.
As we go a little bit deeper, there's lots of veins, blood vessels, and what can happen is the fat or the dermal filler can block those blood vessels, stopping the oxygen to the skin and the muscle.
Bonnie Louise Cooper appeared on This Morning to talk about how she almost died after undergoing a liquid BBL, with the procedure in the news again when a woman did die, leading to 2 arrests in late 2024.
So I had this done in the London area. I still have complications now. So if I lay on either side, my legs actually go numb, leading to my feet changing colour.
It may surprise you to learn that many of these procedures in the UK are not regulated, including the liquid BBL. This, along with the inherent risks, is one reason why BBLs, even if you don't go abroad for them, are so dangerous.
Is it like the Wild West out there at the moment? Because it seems like there's no regulations at all.
There's no regulations. It's something that we've been calling for a long time.
Fake Ozempic.
And did you have to go through any checks at all? Did you have to answer any questions?
No, she didn't ask any health questions, nothing.
In the last few years, Ozempic has become all the rage, touted as a weight loss wonder drug. Initially introduced to treat diabetes, it's since become a potential obesity treatment, though it can take a long time to get a prescription, and the NHS has stringent requirements.
The second injection, a week later, I took it the afternoon, and by that evening I just started vomiting and couldn't stop vomiting.
Jodie Jones learned the hard way not to avoid the official channels when she took some fake Ozempic, bought online, that one of her friends recommended to her.
They described it as a fake. They were pretty adamant. The doctor come to me and said, "You're not the first and you won't be the last."
Jodie nearly died after taking the jab, but perhaps more shocking is how widespread this problem is. GP Dr. Negat revealed that many people are being tricked with fake Ozempic and ending up in life or death situations.
Unfortunately, fakesters saw the fact that this is a vulnerability that people have.
Easy money.
Easy money.
Mummy makeover.
So I sent that image over and he recommended quite a bit of surgery for a 20-year-old girl to receive.
Following a bevy of botched surgery coverage on ITV News, a woman named Isabella got in touch to share her story of how, aged 20, a Turkish surgeon persuaded her to have a laundry list of procedures done.
I felt like an experiment to see how far the body can be pushed. That's the only way I can describe it.
She got tummy tucks, liposuction and a BBL, among other surgeries, only for it to go horribly wrong. She had open wounds when she was discharged, and she spoke about how she was scared she would die on the plane home.
I was just so glad when that plane touched the floor that I had made it home, because now there's a chance I can go see my mum. and say goodbye.
She ended up contracting flesh-eating bacteria from the surgery, and it nearly killed her, though thankfully, doctors back in the UK were able to save her life.
The whole nurses on the ward just couldn't believe anyone would perform that amount of surgery at once, never mind on a 20-year-old girl.
Fox Eye facelift.
I'll hold my hands up. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm just here to warn people, like...
Don't do it.
This non-surgical procedure can, like other cosmetic procedures, be performed by anyone without regulation, which means you get a lot of unqualified, uncredited chancers trying to turn a profit.
The infection was severe. I mean, there was
pus coming out of it, my face swelled up, I was on drips, antibiotics, nothing was getting rid of it.
This influencer, Ryan Ruckledge, had the thread facelift for free in exchange for promoting it online, and says he regretted not doing his research and making posts about it.
My face was all swollen, I didn't want to go out. When I did go out, people were staring at my face, looking at me as if I was some sort of freak.
His procedure went desperately wrong when the threads used to stretch his eyes didn't dissolve properly, and the wounds became infected almost immediately. They were joined by a doctor who said that the procedure is safe if it's performed by someone qualified.
So still in the UK, dermal fillers, a lot of procedures are still unregulated.
Near-death experience.
So when I woke up from surgery, I was very cold and sore, and I was just told, like, you'll come round a bit.
Another BBL victim, Jane Park, also went to Turkey to have the procedure done for a fraction of the cost. She said that she did months of research, including into which surgeons celebrities had used for their successful operations, but hers still went wrong. She explained that she wasn't properly monitored during the surgery after she had a poor reaction to the anaesthetic.
And how were you actually feeling?
I literally thought, like, that I was going to die. I didn't know what was wrong with me, and they said to me that it was I took a reaction to the local anaesthetic.
The surgery went ahead despite this reaction, and that the aftercare was atrocious. Eventually, she managed to get home and luckily survived the ordeal, becoming another person trying to raise awareness for the dangers of going abroad for cheap cosmetic surgery.
I was crying, I was in a lot of pain. I was told, like, you've paid to have the surgery done.
Could you sit down?
Like, no, you get like a cushion thing, but because I was in so much pain, obviously because I had an infection going through my leg that I never knew, I literally couldn't.
Turkey teeth.
Your teeth sort of crumble a little bit, your gums are not strong enough after, because you take that tablet for 5 years, and I had 18 sessions of radio.
It's not just BBLs that people go to Turkey for, with NHS dentists extremely hard to get into and private dentistry costing a fortune here. Lots of people head to Turkey to get cheap dental work. Sarah Watson was looking to improve her teeth after they were affected by cancer treatment and wanted proper veneers fitted.
I slept with my money under my pillow.
Did you?
I was so frightened because it's cash. They only take cash.
Do they?
That should have been a red flag.
But she was quoted nearly 30 grand to have it done in the UK, while it was 3.5 in Turkey. The bridge that was fitted incorrectly and let food accumulate underneath. Eventually, it became loose, and she went to a British dentist to fix it, which has cost a fortune.
We're up to about nearly 15 now, thousand. And 18 months. I'm still going now. I had 2 implants fitted 2 weeks ago.
2 for 1.
I had a tummy tuck. But I've got a gallbladder scar that kind of goes diagonally across my tummy.
Mother and daughter, Jackie and Tracy, jetted off to Turkey to both have a tummy tuck, only for both surgeries to end up botched. They didn't even meet their surgeon before the day of the surgery, and revealed that when people left clinics bad reviews online, they were threatened into removing them.
Well, we've since learned that people are sort of forced to take down
bad
comments.
Reviews. Yeah,
So you're only ever going to see the good.
People are bullied, they're threatened, and they're also paid to take them down.
Tracy didn't have all the surgeries she wanted performed, but also nearly lost one of her nipples when it turned necrotic. Jackie, on the other hand, was still equipped with a surgical drain when she visited the This Morning studio to talk about her ordeal. She said that a British doctor would never have performed a tummy tuck on her because of her gallbladder scar.
Yeah, I've had 2 lots of surgery since being back, and now I've got a vacuum therapy machine fitted to the wound to help it heal from the inside out. And I will need a skin graft once this comes off.
Awake during surgery.
This pain is the worst pain I've had in my life. I remember my dad being by the side of me, and he's like, breathe, you need to breathe, Sarah, you need to breathe.
It's hard to think of anything more nightmarish than being awake during surgery, but that was what happened to Sarah Platt when she also went to Turkey. She was shadowed by ITV investigators throughout her harrowing recovery back in the UK, undergoing her 10th corrective procedure to fix an 8cm wide scar on her belly.
Following the failed Turkish tummy tuck, Sarah needed a skin graft, but the scar has begun tethering or attaching to the muscle beneath it. It causes disabling pain and limits her movement.
She was trying to have excess skin removed after losing a large amount of weight, but the infection was so serious that she nearly died. Turkish doctors tried to fix the wound initially, but did so only under local anaesthetic, so she could see it happening.
I felt like I was on fire and burning on the inside out. Like, I could literally see the smoke. And I knew at that point then, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to die.
Thankfully, her surgeries in the UK have gone a long way to repairing the scar. Unapproved BBL.
So inner leg to take the loose skin off, and then back lift as well.
Like Sarah Platt, Michelle Heath wanted surgery to get rid of excess skin after drastic weight loss, and also went to Turkey to have it done for just £4,000.
My compression suit was dirty, very dirty, and they wanted me in a hotel room to wash that out and just put it back on.
Those surgeries went badly enough, leaving Michelle with open wounds and infections, but she'd also had a BBL done without her knowledge or consent.
So at this point, I didn't know that they had done the BBL on me.
You didn't know?
Surgery without consent is a serious offence in the UK, potentially leading to charges of GBH. Michelle was horrified to learn she'd had the BBL when she'd asked doctors why her bum was so sore, and soon enough, the surgical wounds on her thighs turned necrotic. Like the other people we've seen, Michelle is lucky to be alive after going through this.
And my friend came, Amanda, have to give her a big thank you. And she came and she was like, you need to go to hospital. I can smell your rotten flesh, basically, from the front door. You're necrotic.
Let us know in the comments what you think of the fad of having cheap surgery abroad.
What would you say to anybody thinking about getting cosmetic surgery abroad now?
Don't do it.
Don't do it, absolutely not.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojoUK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.